What's up everyone and welcome to a beautiful evening in Pokemon Solar Light and Lunar Dark. Last episode, we took on the fishing contest and caught the final member of our team here, or at least for now the final member of our team, and that is Equator, the awesome echolocating dolphin of doom. Water and grass type here, evolved from Guppish, which we actually got from Misty a couple episodes ago, but last time we hatched that egg and evolved it into this with a leaf stone. It's basically like an Eevee of this game, so if you missed the last episode, go and check it out so you can learn how to get this Pokemon. He's actually got a really cool nature as well that works for the attacks that we've got. We also got Surf in the last episode, and with that surfing ability, we managed to surf across this super duper short channel river little thingy here. Stream. I wouldn't even call it a river. Look at it. It's so small. This guy is literally swimming in it. But either way, we needed a Surf HM to surf across it, and so we did that, and now we are ready to take on the Goopool Swamp, the next area in this game. I've heard so many spooky stories about the cabin in the swamp that I've got nightmares. Well, maybe we will be getting some nightmares today. Before we go to that swamp though, we've got to take on our rival Rodney, so if you guys are excited for another episode of Pokemon Solar Light, Lunar Dark, another rival battle, make sure to leave a like, and before we do take that on, we do have to check out the fan art spotlight for today because it is a special one. It is the team member that Equator actually replaced. That's right, everyone. It's Agent P himself, Platyplat. Doobie doobie doobah. Platypus noise in here because I don't know how to actually do that. I'm gonna try it. It's probably gonna sound really bad, but it's like a... I can't do that. How do you do a parry noise? If anyone else out there can make a parry noise, I don't know, send me a video or something. Anyway, Platyplat, unfortunately, rest in pepperonis because Equator has replaced him finally. He's been chilling in the bench of our team for generations. Here's all the fan art that I've gotten over time of Platyplat. So thank you guys for that as always. In the last episode, I actually messed up the names on the fan art and I'm really sorry about that. But when I do the official episode, the final episode of all the fan art, I'll definitely have the right names. I keep messing that up. I also keep messing up other stuff as I just recorded this episode and I didn't even hit record once again. So I don't know why I'm so terrible at my job slash hobby of YouTube, but I keep messing stuff up and I don't know, man. It makes me sad because I don't know how I keep messing up such simple stuff that you'd think I'd have down after, like, you know, doing this for a while, but I guess not. But now that we have healed up our Pokemon and shown all that off, let's take on our rival Rodney for possibly one last time. Are you ready? Yes, we are. We are SpongeBob. We are getting in gear for another rival battle. And I say this might be the last one. I actually don't know that at all. There might still be another one, but I think that this game is actually getting a little bit close to its ending, at least this demo of it, because we are at, I don't know how many gyms now. I think we've bought 5 gyms, and I think this demo goes up to 6 gyms. So yeah, maybe one more, but I'm really not sure. But either way, I did want to actually ask you guys a little bit about something. Well, like I said, I already recorded this episode, so I guess now I'm going to turn it into a bit more of a ranty episode. Even though it's not really a rant, it's going to be more of a just talking a little bit directly, I guess, about what is going on the channel and what kind of stuff is coming up soon. Because you guys know I did start Pokemon Insurgence a couple of days ago, and now I haven't uploaded that in a little bit. So I wanted to ask you guys what the better way to do this was, because I basically had 2 ideas as just as the gameplay that's going on right now. In case you didn't notice, I have the Lucky Egg on Equator instead of the EXP share. I could put the EXP share on her. Oh yeah, it's actually a her. I kept calling him in the original recording of this, but yeah, it's definitely a her. Actually, our entire team are girls. The only boy on our team is Flaro, so literally the opposite of almost all of my other playthroughs. I always end up having an all-boy team and then maybe like 1 girl Pokemon, but this time around, Flaro is literally the only dude, and we got a bunch of girls on our team, which, I mean, I like girls. Girls are cool, so it's actually pretty cool. Well, at least I think it's pretty cool. But I do have the Lucky Egg on Equator, just saying, instead of the EXP share. I think he'll be getting a lot more experience that way, so I decided to do it that way. But as far as what I wanted to talk about, I guess, as we take on this rival battle and probably a little bit into the swamp, so there's a lot of really, really cool Pokemon fan games out and coming out right now, like Pokemon Insurgence, that just came out, Solar Light and Lunar Dark. I think we're almost done with this one though, I'm not sure. And there's also the demo for Pokemon Ethereal Gates coming out on the 20th, and I definitely want to check that one out. So that's 3 games right now that are coming out, or are out currently, that I really want to do. And I already kind of started Insurgents, so I'm not going to say like, oh, I'm not going to do Insurgents now until we finish such and such, but I did want to ask you guys what you would rather see. So what I was thinking was basically every other day I could have Insurgents come on, and then Solar Light and Lunar Dark every day until we finish this current demo, or at least every day that I can, because I know sometimes I get lazy like yesterday and don't upload, but basically every day that I can, we can see an episode of this game. Wait, what Pokemon was that? I think it was Lunate. Actually, it doesn't matter because we're going to switch in Eckwater anyway, so we can see. But basically every day, the main playthrough will be Pokemon Solar Light, Lunar Dark, and then every other day, we can upload Insurgents, so I can still keep doing that. Then once we're done with Solar Light and Lunar Dark, I'll move Pokemon Insurgents over to the main playthrough, and when Pokemon Ethereal Gates come out, that can be every other day. So let me know what you think of that. I think it might be like an okay plan. If not, then what I can do is just finish up Solar Light, Lunar Dark, and just keep it how I've been doing it, just 1 playthrough at a time, because I feel like having 2 playthroughs at a time, even though it's not like it's too much to handle or anything, it can get a little bit confusing. Like right now, I'm playing this game, and I feel like I can't really, like, it's hard to remember all of the Pokemon that I have in Insurgents as I'm playing this, so I don't know, I guess it is a little bit hard to handle in a way. As we're learning Magical Leaf here, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of Bubble though, because who the heck needs Bubble, man? Magical Leafs all the way across the sky, and across the fly, across the dry, other words that rhyme with that. Oh no, you beat me once again. Let me heal your Pokemon. Oh, what did I sky? I was just thinking we're gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center because got a little bit beat up there. Actually, we didn't really get beat up. Oh, he still also had a Salanep, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least one more rival battle where we get to see the final evolution of his starters, so I think I'm ready for the Goopool Swamp. See you around! Dude, you just got your butt kicked. How can you say that you're ready for the swamp when you literally just got your butt completely kicked upside down all around? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but here we are in the Goopool Swamp, the next area of this game, the next level per se. See, I never really think about it, but I guess if you were to say levels in Pokemon, like stages or other words, like, you know how in Mario you have 1-2, 1-3, I don't know, 4-2, and so on and so forth, would you be able to do that in Pokemon? Like, they would be kind of like, the levels or stages in Pokemon would be like these areas, so I don't know why I'm thinking about this right now, but Goopool Swamp is, I guess, our next quote-unquote level, but just to wrap up my little trail of thought from before, since I kind of completely strayed away from that when we beat Rodney, yeah, it gets a little bit hard to, I guess, remember all of the Pokemon that I'm using in each playthrough, or I guess just each of the Pokemon in each playthrough is a better way to put it. So for example, when I'm playing this game, I can remember everything that we got, mostly because this game is also Fakemon, and it's a little bit easier for me to remember Fakemon than it is remembering official Pokemon. I guess just because I've played so many games with the real Pokemon that, I don't know, I tend to forget what I have on each team. Like right now, if you were to ask me what my team from, like, I don't know, Pokemon X and Y was, I honestly wouldn't even remember half of it. Also because in that playthrough, I switched out a bunch of times, so I don't know. So when I'm playing this, for example, right now, if I tried to think of like what my Pokemon Insurgents team is, I can maybe say, I know we have Feraligatr, we have Electivire, there's like Delta Venusaur. I honestly don't remember the other ones, so it's kind of hard to keep track of everything that's going on. And that's why I usually keep it to 1 Pokemon playthrough at a time, but I think we can handle that at least every other day for Insurgents until, you know, I can pick back up, because I did still want to do that live stream and catch back up with the rest of the game and figure out exactly what's going on. So yeah, I still want to do that. I don't know, man, I sort of lost my motivation for streaming, plus with everything that's been going on lately, ever since moving here to Chicago, I've been doing a lot more stuff in real life, and I guess it just takes up a lot of time that I didn't think would take up, or would be taking up. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but this music here is pretty much non-existent. I know I'm running around doing nothing for a second here, but the music is pretty much non-existent, so I guess we're gonna have to deal with that, or I can edit it in post and kind of raise the music a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's the Pinwheel Forest music from Pokemon Black and White. I literally can't tell though because it's so quiet, but the Goopool Swamp here is kind of interesting because aside from the music being completely bugged out, there is that little swampy area there, I thought it would be surfing water when I first came here, but it turns out you can just walk in it. So this is kind of like the tall grass of this area, and then the deeper water is where you can surf. So yeah, there is some surfing water, there is some shallow water you can just walk on. Apparently there's no wild Pokemon at all. I swear I ran into wild Pokemon every other step on the first recording, so I don't know how we're getting so lucky this time. Before I forget, I just want to finish that little story thing that I was telling, because I get so distracted, and I'm sure those of you that watch my videos often know that that tends to happen a lot. I get very distracted very easily. So yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think, how I should handle these playthroughs, I guess, because I definitely want to check out all of those awesome fan games that are coming out. There's actually so many fan games that I didn't even know about that are also coming out. I know Cinder and Foam is another one that I followed on Twitter a while back, and I was checking out. I don't know when that one's coming out, at least the first demo of it, but I think it's sometime this year, which I know it sounds like, oh, this year, that could be at any point, but at least it's coming this year, which is pretty, it's a lot more than, you know, an official Pokemon game. We're not getting that this year. So it's really cool to see that during the lack of like an official Pokemon game this year, there's so many awesome fan games coming out, and honestly, lately I feel like I like fan games more than the official Pokemon games. I don't know why, but it just feels like, wait, oh, I thought the music was like completely gone now, but no, it's still very, very quiet there. There's a little bit of it. Ooh, this is a pretty cool Pokemon that I didn't get to catch in the last recording, but I actually really want to try to catch this one, so we'll see if Eckwater can survive a hit. Surf actually hits like a truck, so I don't know what type this little thing is. I know it's at least half dark, but it's a little troll. It's literally called Trollo, so Trollolololololololololo, I'm going to catch you now. Maybe we will catch Trollolololololo. I'm gonna stop myself before, you know, embarrassing myself any further, but we caught it. Now we finally get to figure out the mystery of the Trollo. It is dark and fairy type. What the heck? Okay, I probably never would have guessed that. I thought it was like dark and grass type, or dark and just dark. I don't know. Dark and I guess it kind of does look like a fairy now that I look at it again. It is a troll Pokemon, and trolls are kind of fairy-like, I guess. They were once believed to kidnap children on bridges, but they are really looking for someone to play with. That doesn't sound any much nicer, man. I'm sorry, but Trollo, I'm gonna have to put you in the PC box. You stay in there, man. Don't ever come out unless you want to, you know, not play with children or kidnap them or whatever it is that you're up to. Stop trolling, man. Stop trolling. Just stop trolling. Hey, this can't be a hidden item, can it? Yep, it's a dust ball. Can it? Sounds like a can it. What is can it? Isn't that something like some kind of product called can it? Maybe not. It feels like it would be something that literally just put stuff in cans for you, like, get your can it today. Or maybe not. It probably doesn't sound anything like that. I don't know what I'm going on about, but if you haven't noticed yet, the Goopool swamp is full of a lot of poison-type Pokemon, and so Lunape is probably one of our better options for fighting off these Pokemon, because obviously he's Psychic-type, like Toxodon here, who turns out is a pure poison type. I caught a couple of these in the last recording. Well, I keep talking about it, but it's literally because I'm pretty mad still. I'm a little bit salty, just a little bit, so if you want to leave your PJ Salt for me in the comments as well, definitely do that, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty salty because I don't know how I can manage to mess that up. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in this playthrough so far, when I've literally recorded how many playthroughs on YouTube and I barely ever managed to mess up. Like, I literally don't hit the record button. How the heck do you mess that up, you know? So, I don't know. I'm pretty salty about that, but in my previous unlucky run of this area, the Goopool Swamp, I caught a couple of the Pokemon, so I now know what typings they are and stuff. The only one that I didn't manage to get was actually Trollolol there, so now I guess it's better that we get to know what exactly Trollo is, Dark and Fairy. So that would have also been a kind of a cool Pokemon to use, but it's a little bit too late for that now because we've got Pixelily on the team, and I guess I haven't really been using Pixelily all that much lately, so I feel kind of bad about that because Pixelily is actually a really cool Pokemon, and I think if we look at, we're going to take a look at our stats here after this battle, but I'm pretty sure Pixelily is actually our highest, like, overall, she's got the highest attack on the entire team, so pretty crazy that so much power can come out of that little bug and fairy thingy, but yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Hollow Seed here is another, or Hollow Weed, not only is another Pokemon with weed in its name, I feel like we've run into like 5 Pokemon already with weed in the name. but it is also another one that I didn't get to catch. I know that it's at least half ghost type, but I have no idea what its other typing could be. It's probably grass because it's a pumpkin, but I don't know. Pretty cool name though. Halloween. I don't know about the weed part, but you know, we'll keep going with it. There's been a lot of Pokemon with weed in their name already, so not really that surprising to see another one. It is kind of surprising to see Carmen Sandiego here in this forest though. Only the strongest prevail. I keep thinking the music is like completely gone, but no, it's just really, really quiet, so sorry about the awkward pause there. Jeez, man. This might turn into a cringe video in just a second here if I keep doing those pauses. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't know why. I guess, like, when you watch, or when I watch at least, other people on YouTube, they tend to pause a lot more, but for some reason, I just cannot stop talking, so even though that was probably just a normal pause there, for me, it feels like an eternity in which I paused without talking, but I guess I'm just a person that has a lot to say, and I don't really get to say it, so through the magic of YouTube and Let's Plays, I can say everything that is on my mind. I can say everything that I ever imagined that I couldn't say that I want to say. That Hydrop, what's up, Hydrop? How you doing? He says hi, so we say hi back. This guy is actually, well, for some reason before he gave me a lot of trouble. I guess this time he might not, but I don't know what is up with Hydrop, but he does some insane damage. As I say that, he does absolutely nothing to Petravolt here, but I don't know why. The first time I fought this little dude, he destroyed like 2 of my team members. And actually, now that I think about it, I am having a way easier time in this swamp than I did the first time. So I don't know why. I guess maybe because now I know what's coming, so it's a little bit easier to get through the swamp when you know what's coming. But I don't know, that little guy specifically, Hydrop, pretty devastating. I think he's just a oh, well, never mind. I guess now it's Gek1 that's gonna take us out. It's just saying how, you know, Hydrop was kind of tough, but nope, it's Gek1 this time. I think this is a Psychic type though, so can definitely Signal Beam here, but just look at the damage coming out of Pixelily. Actually, that wasn't very much, so maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about today, I guess, because I keep saying these things about how much damage some Pokemon do and how much some don't, and they end up being completely backwards, because Pixelily apparently doesn't do that much, and Hydrop apparently doesn't do any. You know who does a lot though? Eckwater. He's actually learning Bubble Beam right now, but I think I want to keep Aqua Jet just because it's a physical attack and it's got priority, so that might actually come in handy later on, especially because I think the 2 things I mentioned before I caught him, or Guppish, or hatched it, I guess technically, because we didn't really catch it, was that I wanted a water type and I wanted a physical attacker. We definitely got the water type in there, but Eckwater is not exactly a physical attacker. We'll take a look at the stats here though. So we've got Eckwater, who's got special attack boosting nature. Even though he's got that nature, look at that, his attack and special attack are almost equal, so that's pretty crazy. I think if we would have gotten like a nature that boosted attack, he actually would have made a decent special or physical attacker. So right now, not exactly the highest special attack, but then again, he is level 26 compared to, oh god. Oh my god, I'm sorry for your ears, guys, but that cry on Fivira is just nightmare fuel right there. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and just hearing... I guess it would wake you up in the middle of the night, and then, like, you would hear it, then you would wake up, or how does it work? I don't know. Nightmares and dreams are weird. Anyway, yeah, that's it for our team. I just thought I'd go through real quick because I actually haven't been really keeping track of what kind of power our Pokemon have, so I guess, Flaro is our only real physical attacker. Ooh, I wonder if I can take this thing out. I don't know what the heck Slip is. I know it's a poison type, but nope, we can't kill it. Oh god. Kind of forgot for a second that I am actually a grass type, so that's not good, but whatever. There goes the Slip. We get pretty hefty chunk of experience there, and now we get to fight this guy, Mr. Fisherman. He's looking for a Gator Rock. Sounds like an interesting Pokemon. I haven't actually run into that, so I don't know what it is, but this guy, he was actually the first trainer that I managed to beat with Eckwater on its own. Like, Eckwater beat all of his Pokemon basically the first time I fought him, but I don't think we're going to be able to do this time because not only is Eckwater already at half HP, but he's not quite as high level as he was in my previous run through of this. So even though I've run through this forest a lot quicker than I expected to, and then I just proceeded by wasting like a whole 3 minutes there looking at our team for no reason, but I don't know, man. You know, you make good progress and then you end up wasting it all by looking at your team members. I guess that's how it goes around here. Oh, geez. Wait, we got disabled? What the heck, dude? Freaking Skeledeep, you can't just disable us like that, man. Alright, I'm gonna show you, you know. Even though Eckwater is half HP and probably half the levels also. Oh god, that cry. I forgot about that one. He is still, I'm gonna show you the power of Eckwater here. He's gonna take down these Skeledips. Skeledeeps, not dips. They're deep because they're deep underwater, and they're also deep in trouble because they're freaking ghost fish that are kind of half dead. I don't know. They are ghost water type though, and they're kind of like literally half dead fish. So maybe they're not in that deep. They're only half in. They only made it halfway in, and it ended up being acid water. That's why you only see half of their body is cooked up like that. It's a kind of a weird Pokemon, but aside from its cry, I don't really mind it too much. I could definitely see myself using one if it had an evolution, but Eckwater was our choice, of course. Like I said, oh gosh, the 5 HP survival. That was pretty crazy, but Eckwater still manages to take him out. So even though I was just saying, you know, Eckwater probably can't handle it this time. I see you, creepy fisherman dude. Look at him staring at us from the corner of his eye like he knows something's up. He knows. Sometimes you see rocks sticking out of the water. They could actually be the rocks of Gator Rock's back. Oh, okay, now the music is actually gone. There used to be just really, really quiet music, but now it was just completely gone there, so I don't know what to do now. I can't even edit and raise it up because there was just no music at all. Ooh, I was hoping we would get lucky and run away from that because it would have been pretty bad otherwise. I don't know if I should heal up because there is actually a nurse right up here, so yeah, we might as well just take him on. We do have to beat him, of course, like every other nurse in the Pokemon world. We gotta beat him up before he heals up our Pokemon, but it should be rather easy. Actually, last time I'm pretty sure Eckwater just managed to one-shot all these dudes, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do quite the same thing this time, so we'll just switch out and take the safe path out. And, oh, he's actually just gonna stockpile, so alright, maybe this wasn't the best idea. That raises both defenses, not just the one. I thought it was just going to be defense, and I'm like, uh-oh, now we probably won't one-shot it. Nope, never mind. We still kill it in one hit because that's just the way it goes around here. I think he's just got like 2 of those, so who knows? Maybe Eckwater can handle them. Let's find out. Eckwater, get out there. Show me your surfing powers, man. Or girl. Man, I keep messing that up, even though I've had 2 chances now. Oh, okay, he's just going to stockpile, so maybe we do get our chance to kill it anyway, and maybe even get that level 30. Don't think we learn a cool move or anything at that level, but still nice that we get that level 30. Will we? Yes, we will, man. The lucky egg. Oh, hey, and we do learn a move after all. I was just saying we're not going to learn a move. I guess I said we're not going to learn a cool move, and I mean, Safeguard's not really that cool of a move, so oh, there's a rare candy too, and there is absolutely no music, so how about you heal up our nice Pokemon, at least give us a little bit of music, the Pokemon Center healing music, not really music, but just like a little jingle. So I guess this is kind of creepy and weird now that there's no music, and probably a good time to end off the episode. It's a good halfway point there. We got to the nurse, at least that's where I made it last time, but I think this time, since we're making a lot better time, oh, wait, what? What? I thought this was just a poison type, but apparently that was super effective, so now I don't even know what type that thing could be. Oh god. Huh? Oh my god, did you hear our cries? Yeah, that was pretty scary. We were just looking up in the graveyard there for some Pokemon, but then a man appeared out of nowhere. What? You mean that this could be a ghost? Stop joking, ghosts do not exist. Are you a robot? By the way, you look really familiar. Isn't this the kid who battled us in Dolphin Forest in front of the eyes of Officer Scarlet? Ah, you are right. She's actually a robot. She's actually a robot, so we're gonna robot voice it up.
Ah, you are right. Because of you, Officer Scarlet searched for new goons to follow her. This must be fate.
I can't do that anymore. But I guess we're battling some Team Lunar grunts, and I guess that's a better way to end off the episode, isn't it? I was just gonna end it off there, but then I heard that scream, and I just knew I have to help out my fellow Team Lunar brethren, or something. They're not really our brethren at all, but this Intimidate, not very good. The Pokemon World battle music, though, pretty dang good. Flero, or Petrovolt. I guess I'll go Petrovolt, because Petrovolt has actually been doing a lot better now that, ooh, that's not good. Oh, never mind. Eckwater is apparently a beast of a tank that I had no idea. How much damage will this do, too? Oh, I totally, wait. What? Huh. I completely forgot that in the newer generation, Surf actually hits all 3 Pokemon, so that kind of sucks, but whatever. At least we get to Air Cutter it up. Wait, does that only hit one person? I didn't get to choose a target, so... Oh, never mind. It hits both people. So, even though we will hit ourselves with this Surf here, it'll take out the other Aracinom, so at least that's good. Oh, do they each have 2 Pokemon? Or do they just swap back and forth? So now we're going to see the Pokemon we just took out again. Nope, not quite. It's a Monstrap. Oh my gosh, what a monster of a trap. I laid down my trap card. Ooh, this actually sucks because Petrovolt's already at half HP, but you know what I can actually do is heal her up and then just use Air Cutter on the second turn, and that way we get the full power Air Cutter. Wait, what? What the heck? Huh? Did anyone else see what happened there? I healed up Petrovolt with Eckwater, but then it still let me use Eckwater's... What the... It won't let me attack with Petrovolt. What is happening? What the heck? Huh? Did I just find some weird glitch in the game? Because it would not let me attack with Petrovolt there. That is really strange. Okay, you know what? I would try it again, but I don't want to lock myself out of... Oh, that was just really weird. I don't know what the heck happened, but whatever. I guess we'll go for Attract. It literally won't let me attack with my second Pokemon. What is going on? What the heck? I don't know what I did, but somehow I just broke the game and it will not let me attack with our second Pokemon. So whatever, more experience for Eckwater, I guess, and more dead Pokemon for me, because Eckwater has now taken down 2 Pokemon with her surfing power. Seriously, I literally cannot attack with our second Pokemon now. I don't know why. It literally just healing up on the first turn, I guess, somehow did that. I'm trying to figure out why this is happening, but I am not a Pokemon game developer, so I have no idea. But hey, we finally get to attack. Maybe they use an attack that didn't let us attack for a couple of turns or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest, so not sure if that was a bug or if they use an attack that didn't let us attack or what, but that was certainly very weird. Arg, we lost again. Luckily, Officer Scarlet wasn't here to see our defeat. This isn't the last time we'll meet, you little brat. I hope the ghost at the graveyard will attack you. Lunar's plans will be successful. Don't think that a little twerp like you could do anything against us. Okay. Well, that was interesting to say the least, so thank you guys so much for watching. We will go ahead and heal up our Pokemon, end off this episode. Hopefully next time the music comes back and maybe it's a little louder. I don't know. There's literally none right now, so a little bit weird. See you guys then.